Very odd.
The coloring is off. It's just so freaking
Ominous too, kind of, with the Cherenkov.
yes. It's very
It's not really acting with the Cherenkov anymore. The Cherenkov's more dulling the effect now
yeah
because it's so fucking much.
yeah exactly.
It no longer amplifies the sunset.
And it's kind of covering it up.
Actually, fucking just making it very ominous. In all honesty, it's fitting, but still.
It's kind of crazy.
Sound
You think?
of the fucking what's to come.
You know, you get out of town. I'll let Lee hear you say that shit. You already think your child is Satan's delusional child or
I was
some
about to
shit.
say, like the child of the child of Satan's delusion.
Something like that, man. They're bad mouthing you now. Well, he always, yeah. This the other day he was saying something about you and how you something about going to hell. Something you've been doing badly about something. I don't know. It's just fucking crazy. I'm gonna see what those clouds. See if they turn out pretty. Or not. They should. Maybe. I'm out on the lookout for Ra this evening. I don't know if we'll be able to see him through all this. Crazy hazy. Sunset's going over here pretty cool. Fixing to go out and walk about. Take a circular look about the sky here in a second. Hey, Amy. You see, you can tell the rays are pinpointed in this direction. That's how they look over there sometimes. I like that. It's pretty coming through the clouds. It's a lot of Cherenkov. That is fucking crazy looking. You can tell the difference when our sun does it and when the blue sun does it, huh? Big difference. A lot of pretty colors tonight, but they're really dulled out because of the, look at the cherry cough. Shit is thick. Looks like some possible rain coming my way. Might want to get my torch inside. Pretty. Doesn't look like a whole lot of fucking clouds. They just, you can't hardly tell. It's so thick with the cherry cough radiation. It's like, and it's all the way up. Of course, that's where it's coming from. But it's pretty thick. Yeah. Coming up a little bit through the clouds though today, you get to see the pretty of it. It looks like Easter cards. Above all these clouds too. It's like a blanket above us. So that fucking noctilucent coming in from space. Noctilucent clouds, space dust. Look it up. It's a thing. Just in case somebody says it ain't, you might want to look at that up. Yeah, we definitely have clouds today. Yesterday it was just thick. That shit. Put my torch in here. Temporary compartment. deeper in there just in case. See, we can at least see it down to the horizon tonight. I can tell Bryce is feeling better today. He's talking about how he's getting the right treatment and everything's looking better. He's pretty high spirits. My day, very, very lazy. I pretty much napped all day. I didn't do dick. I got us some milk. Yeah, I haven't done anything. As you can see, we're still set up, kind of. Well, I'm out of gas. It's Sunday. I just didn't feel like doing anything today. Played a fucking game where a castle with guns on wheels, blowing people up with castles with guns on wheels. I can't think of the name of it, but it was pretty cool. It's just fucking chilled out today. Talked to Bryce a little bit, hung out with Shavis and the damn dogs. I don't have a TV. I hope you're more than 5 years old, ball stretcher, because my mods don't tolerate children in here or childish behavior. Oh my goodness. Plushies. What the hell are you doing, Ito? Try to drive over here? He's like, oh, I got caught again. Yes, I'm coming your way. I'm gonna want my chair back, Chico. Little buddy. What? Are you mad? Are you mad? Hey, get over here. What are you gonna do? Jump out? Here, give me my chair back, Chico. Thank you. God. He wants my chair all the time. He thinks he's gonna drive. He's a co-pilot, Chico. Co-pilot. Ding. He's a good boy. He just wishes he could drive. See if any pretty colors hit these clouds here tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Those are kind of fading out. Oh. Maybe that's not rain. I don't know. It's a tall cloud, though. It looks like rain-ish, maybe. It's hard to tell. I don't see no lightning. Nah, probably not rain. I don't see no lightning, and it doesn't look very structured. It just look kind of puffy clouds. Gotta love the puffy clouds. Where's Bob Ross? Up here painting us brand new fluffy clouds. Happy new fluffy clouds. Man, listening to some shit today. I'm gonna have to make another video. I keep looking at all the stuff that's coming out about the mRNA. I'm listening to this doctor lay out exactly why it was prolonged and all this stuff and everything. It's definitely the fact that they released this virus to introduce the mRNA, because without it they would have never got it into the public. He said it wasn't viable for 20 years. I'm sitting there listening to myself on Dr. Campbell's channel, and I'm like, ah. And it's a doctor saying these things. And some famous doctor. He's talking the same thing I am. At this point, if anybody's recommending this shit, it's criminal. And it has been. But it's openly criminal. If your doctor's telling you need a mRNA, any fucking thing, you need to get a new doctor and sue that son of a bitch. You just do. You need to sue them. If they haven't started reversing their fucking bullshit on this weapon, sue your doctor if they harmed you. That's medical malpractice. Look at what's coming out. I'll make another video tomorrow with that footage. But you can go to Campbell and look at it. It was like maybe just a month ago or less, within the last month. The doctor up there talking about that. Everybody's talking about how it's a weapon now. There were some people, of course. I was not the only one, but I was doing it before they even talked about it. So I wasn't the first one saying mRNA is a weapon, but I was pointing it out pretty loudly over here before they were even talking about this shit. I said, don't take the fucking fix they have for this. And fucking here it comes. Everybody talking about Martin's vaccines. I'm like, oh God, no. That's live fucking virus shit. That's fucking, now we're talking about Cutter incident. Dude, I got hit hard on that one. The Cutter incident, when I brought that shit up. And it had been sitting there for a while before they even started censoring. But yeah, they hit that one. They hit the fucking Senate meeting. I didn't even say a word. The senators and the doctors were having a discussion that was very interesting. I'll tell you that right now. And motherfucker, I got struck for it. A Texas Senate meeting. I got struck for a Texas Senate meeting on this channel. This channel. That's my warning that is stuck still on this channel. The Texas fucking Senate hearing. I put it on both channels and it struck both of them at the same time. And that's the first strike on here, and it's held on here on the first strike on this channel. and they won't even let me appeal the fucking thing. It's a Texas Senate state hearing. I've mm, mm. I wonder if I threw it back up on here if they'd hit me with it again. Well, Amy, educate your doctor. Hold your doctor to the fire. Maybe they'll turn around. The license is threatened by you now. You have information, informed consent. See, that's the whole thing that this suppression didn't allow. Total informed consent. You had no information to be informed consent. And now you do, and you can bring that up with your doctor. And if he don't change his tune, be like, you do realize that's fucking criminal malpractice. Because this is insane. There's lawsuits. We got a class action started. But I would suggest suing your own doctor. Sue your damn doctors. The lawyers understand what's going on in Congress, for God's sake. And a doctor should have already long ago realized what was going on. Many have. I stood in the IHS federal fucking office over here in fucking Cheyenne Creek tribe over here and speaking with the head director of IHS about how the entire population needs to be scanned for microclots. You need to stop administering that damn mRNA poison and find out who he's made sick and start them on treatments. And he was like, yeah, we can do that. And then he got Bryce right into the fucking hospital that day. You don't be afraid. Educate yourself. Make notes. If you don't speak well under pressure, make notes. Know yourself. Me, I'll belt it out. You've heard me. Put me under pressure. Only the truth comes out. It's all I know. So that's all that's going to come out. It's, ooh, people hate me for that. I'm the angry catfish. I'll hang out at the bottom, be all quiet and shit. You fucking come at me, man. I got spines. I'm gonna fuck you up. Don't put me under pressure. Don't fucking force me to fucking force your hand, because I'm going to. And a 42-2 vote, man, wasn't no hemp legal anywhere. The motherfuckers passed veto, and it got into the farm bill without any signatures. Fucking assholes. That was Angel dared me to do it, basically, and I did it. I can't believe they passed it. They denied my medical bill. I always got to qualify it with that because it was only a 50-50 win in my eyes. But still, I don't play. You need to know. You need to know. That's your armor of knowledge, sword of truth. You need to know, and you can fight any battle. You really can, especially one-on-one. If somebody's working with a fucking liar or insecurity, put it to them. Put it to them. If they're a fucking medical professional, they need to fucking reflect on what they're doing right now. Truly. And it's in your hands. I can't do it all. I'm going to attorneys and treaty makers and shit right now. I'm doing other things. You guys need to handle your fucking own doctors. Please. Please. Get on my ass. And find a good doctor. Find one. Shop around. Ask. Make some phone calls. Say, hey, I think I'm fucking injured. Can I get checked? There's going to be some doctors out there that are probably just waiting for today. Hi, Lily. You wouldn't say it was fun? I'm sorry. I laid around lazy all day. Pretty sure I fell asleep at some point. I know I fell asleep here. I went back and laid down. Pretty sure I don't remember going to sleep. I do remember waking up. So yeah, I slept a good little bit today. Look at me. I look like I slept. I look like I just woke up, don't I? I woke up and ate. Seamus was cooking. Baked potato sour creams. One of my favorites. Sitting here waiting for tomorrow. He's going to be here probably about 11 by my glass. I'll probably be back here by 12 with a tank. I'm going to leave Seamus in the front yard with the dogs. That way I can leave the generator and all this shit set up. If it's not raining. If it's raining, fuck it. I'm wrapping it up and fucking we'll drive the RV up and go get Oxy anyway. That way when it clears up, I can break everything out and fucking work. I'll just chain the generator up to that tractor out there. I know it ain't gonna walk off. Nobody even comes out here unless it's in the daytime and they're open and then he's busy. It's been, I mean, we're out in the middle of fucking nowhere. We're like at Mike's mailbox is kind of in the middle of nowhere. You saw, I just walked around. It's nice here. I like it. Got little farmlands and shit. Well, you should take yourself a little rest, young lady. It's kind of hard to keep your garden tended though. You got to do it a little bit every day. That way, you ain't wearing yourself out. The fucking sun's not a kind sun anymore. And the fucking Cherenkov is insane. Keep keeping it under cover as much as you can. Shit's kind of crazy level of sick. They keep growing. Well, it's weeds. See, the natural stuff that grows on Earth is going to be flourishing pretty good in the UV, I'd imagine. The tougher plants that's indigenous to Earth. That's why the crops ain't doing so well. I was thinking about that. I was like, Margaret brought down corn and wheat to feed the ewes and all that shit, in the story. That ain't from here. These plants have only been introduced since that sun. So everything else is gonna grow pretty good until it doesn't. The fucking grasslands are on fire down there in Nebraska, though, right below us. They say they're having fires. In the cow country. Good. How you doing, Beggars? Another beautiful day in South Dakota. Full of Cherenkov radiation and all. They want you in the mental ward for help. What the hell do you need help for, huh? What are you doing to them? You pointing out the moon's doing fucking cartwheels? Calm down. Here's the problem with that. I went to my counselor out there, and I went looking for one. I went looking for a counselor he's in La Junta. So I like having a mental dude around, making sure I'm not losing my mind when I start seeing meaningful pictures in my head, watching the moon do cartwheels and shit. I kind of like make sure I'm grounded. So I walked right in and gave him the whole goddamn story from moon to Ra the first fucking day. He stood there and took notes. And then I went in that next week, and that motherfucker was standing there doing a dance at his door when I walked in. He's like, "Dude, you're right. The moon is doing a cartwheel." I knew I had the right therapist. The motherfucker could have fucking thought I was crazy, but he went and looked because he's an honest doctor. And I was like, "All right, let's talk." And we talked. And to this day, he tells me, he says that this is one of the best effective fucking calming tools he uses in his practice now. Feeling your magnet. He was with me all the way up until I took off out of La Junta when we left home. So it's not a theory if it's real, but it might be a conspiracy. Truly, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, all the government officials were walking around door to door, knocking on your house, talking about how good it was in all these cities. It was, I did too, Brenda. I did too. I think we deserve some mental compensation for the horror we watched happen, knowing exactly what I did. Something I told Bryce today, like, it's really nice that we're getting this class action suit going on and everything, but I gotta, I gotta say at some point, I don't give a fuck how old they are. Jim and Kay Davis need to be approached on a fucking criminal matter because I wouldn't know the first fucking thing about this shit if they hadn't told me how everybody on the goddamn planet gotta die to keep my son safe in his bunker. They need to roll over some fucking information because I know they didn't cause this shit to happen. Who told them? Because I know who told me. I've been screaming about it since 2014. Same name, same place. I got emails. I got receipts. I got fucking legislation with my name on it. That's the motherfucker that told me. I think they need criminal talking to. Yeah, it's vigorous. That's just one of the saddest things about this I'm dealing with personally. I've realized in the last few people I've talked to, because one of them voiced it, the very last man, the chairman of this tribe down here, literally said, "No, I remember you. I remember you." He said it twice. We regret in his eye, not regret for remembering, but remembering and not doing and all that. That he had regret, bro, and I felt it. And I've seen that same look in other people's eyes that I've spoken to about this. And yeah, they realize that they actively participated, and they're pretty eager to see what they can do to fix it. So that's why I'm kind of solid on this class action suit. They damn well should be committed to it. I'm like, okay, well, I'll help them get it together. So we're gonna go get these fucking lawyers and anybody he sends me to see, I'm gonna go see. Good. See, and you know, if you're a valued employee, I imagine. But then again, I saw people that got fired, lost their jobs. There's a lot of people that their job just didn't, you know, they weren't having it. They were having everybody vaxxed, and then people quit. People did quit, but there were people that didn't. They rolled over for it. The majority of people did, and then they got their boosters and started making their families sick, regardless if they got the damn shot or not. Nobody knew that was happening. I guess nobody told them. I was over here screaming, "Don't do that." There was some doctors. Campbell was screaming, "Oh man, you might not want to do that." Yeah, too many folded. That's the problem. Conservatives and Democrats both, just to keep their jobs. They folded instead of working together. She was one of the toilet paper people. Oh shit! I'm sorry, it's Carmen for laughing. Toilet paper people. Yeah, just quit worrying about the little injection. It's just a vaccine. No, it's not. It is not. It is motherfucking absolutely not that. That's for sure. It's not a vaccination. It is a gene therapy, and it's been misnamed by the media and the fucking medical professionals who are. You need to sue them for medical malpractice. I'd say give them a chance to correct their shit, but I wouldn't hold it against you for just suing them. Because a doctor should know. I knew. I'm not a doctor. I knew exactly what it was going to do to you. See, it isn't just that I knew it was what I knew exactly what it was going to do to you because the information was there. I think it's the water. I mean, how do you get human fecal matter on lettuce? I think it's something else. To be honest with you, all that explosive diarrhea shit. Is that what you're asking? Yeah, and we're already having, they say in how many states they've been having cyber attacks. They're trying to make us sick. Yeah, I don't. I'm not so sure it's even in the lettuce. I have a hard time seeing people shitting in a lettuce field. I mean, the typical bird shit outbreaks, you know, that makes sense. You should wash your lettuce. Birds fly over flock the fields, but who's spraying human shit on our fields? Is that really what we're looking at? I don't know, man. I'm not so sure. Yeah, see, I would sue somebody. I would sue somebody. They start, dude, sue them. Sue them. Get a lawyer. We opened a class action suit over here with the Lakota for all humans. I don't think that includes pets, though. We'll see. Yeah, make yourself a lot of notes and take them to your doctor. Have a good discussion. I would start out the conversation. Well, being as how I'm supposed to have full medical knowledge of consent, I uh, I want to ask you a few questions. Some questions that come out of this medicine you've been giving people, doc. And I think it made me sick. Have that hard conversation with your doctor. Yeah, I think exactly. I think it's back pressure from the water treatment plants. If and they're covering it up. I, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't, but I suspect it's something in the water, and they're blaming cyber attacks and shit for our water backing up, and now everybody's got screaming shits everywhere, and I'm all like, from human fecals, it doesn't sound like the lettuce. Sounds more like something's in the water. How you doing, sick? Yeah, I think it is. I think it is a cover up for something that's in the water. They don't want too much panic just yet. they, they ain't even full boiling this yet with what they did with the Marnas. They're working on it. Oh, they're making a good spectacle out of it too. It's good though. I'm really happy because fuck, now I can walk around and tell these Native American tribes that they need to, and they'll listen. They'll be, oh yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, that probably does make sense. 'Cause after the certain amount of boosters, they start putting that spike protein in there, and you start making the damn proteins, and you get in the blood clots. Everybody's getting sick. Look at Bryce. He's sick. He never had a shot. He's in the hospital. He lost a toe. He never had a shot. He's dealing with this shit for 3 years, arguing with his doctors. Boy, you think he's going to sue them? Fucking A. I'd sue my doctor. If I was you, you had doctors through this shit, they was fucking you with this shit, sue them. Yes, well water is the best. Although I'll tell you, if I was you, I would bottle water even though you got a well because if it shakes real bad, it might cut your well off and you'll need water to dig that hole back down again. So you might want to bottle some water, even if you have a spring or a fucking well, because that groundwater can change. I know a lot of people say that to me. They're like, "Yeah, I got well, bottle it while it's flowing." Then prepare for all things. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Yep. Show enough, sick. And who was screaming that years ago, sick? You tell me these doctors shouldn't know. I knew. I'm dumbest motherfucker on them. Yeah, I hi, I'm Captain Obvious. It's got to be really, really obvious before I even see this shit. The motherfucking doctors can see this shit. I sat in there. I didn't. Well, I kind of sat for a minute, but I was standing up when I was talking to the man. IHF's office, federal office, had little signs up there, don't be threatening employees. I wasn't threatening him. I was very, very calm, cool, collected. Told him what he needed to do. He nodded and said, yes, 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 we could do that. Got Bryce in the hospital that day. I know they're working on fixing this shit. Some people are. I can't do it everywhere, but I'm trying. I got a couple of, I got a couple of tribes now under our belt, and that's thousands of people already going to be scanned for microclots. These fucking labs are going to be overflowed with fucking microclot scans. But hey, it needs to be done. They might. I'm trying to get some doctors flushing people out with that spike protein. They need to have their systems flushed every now and again till we figure out how to shut that shit off. Because once it starts, it don't stop. You have to stay on those blood thinners at least periodically, because they ain't stopping. This 3 to 5 years down the road, and they're still producing like crazy. That's a permanent problem. Now, I highly suspect, done with the right conduit, the Creator can heal all that. We just got to have that good knowledge of healing. I want to call it faith healing, but I don't have much faith in faith. You gotta know. You gotta know. You gotta know the Creator's doing it. And you gotta be happy about it. That's about the only thing it takes for you, grateful, happiness, that you're there to be that tool. You get the goosebumps. Get goosebumps, you're doing it right. Burn them right out, do you? Yeah, flush your system, definitely. Get off that junk food and all them chemicals. You're going to have to fucking flush your system. You're producing fucking protein, fucking plastic in your fucking in your fucking veins. You need to get all that shit out of there, man, and let the Creator in. Jiggle you around a little bit, shake up your nervous system, pop them cells, whatever he needs to do. Well, sick? No, they haven't been, but they're starting to. Our friend Bryce been in. He lost a toe. They had what some doctors kept swearing was gangrene. He kept fighting with them. And this other doctor, when they took the toe off, he made this other doctor fucking, and he found the bacteria, and it responds to separating. However you say that shit, but whatever it is, they got him on an IV drip, and his shit's going away. He still might lose another toe, but his other toes are fucking growing new skin. The shit's fucking going away. He says it's a cure for gangrene. I'm like, but it's not gangrene. That's the thing. It's not set in from these microclots that go into your fingers and toes first. The doctor, on Dr. Campbell, he's got a guy that talks about this very specific condition. It's costing people limbs. And it makes a bacteria set in. It looks like gangrene. It acts like gangrene, except it doesn't give you sepsis. See, there's some weird shit about it. It doesn't really spread like that. It just creeps like gangrene. But if it's given the right medication, it goes away pretty quickly. He's already feeling spunky and shit, a lot better. He got him on the right medicine. I mean, the IHS guy didn't even give me an argument. He was the head of the region. I know he got fingered personally by the federal government several times not to do that, not to treat this way, or not to treat that way. I'm sure he's got memos that we could probably use in this class action suit. And as much as he was nodding his head, I know he was invested in helping what he done fucked up. Because at some point he started realizing what was going on, and he gave zero argument and a lot of enthusiasm. I felt him. He meant it. He meant that he could do all that, and he would get to doing that. He's going to dedicate a fucking branch of that hospital to scanning these people and getting them help. They were going to build a center, but they're like, fucking, we can do this now. They need to fix what they did, and yeah, black skin. Yes, people are losing their limbs because of that, Lily. That's what Bryce is dealing with right now. Yes, ma'am. That's yes. That's what he's been dealing with for 3 years. That, and they got him on the right medicine once for 5 days, and it worked. It almost brought him back, and then the fucking IHS lady kept putting him on a different antibiotic that was very ineffective, and it kept coming back. They'd fight with him, fucking put him on a different antibiotic, but they never gave him back that one that the doctor had recognized in his toe. And it had been going on for 3 years already. And they fucking recognized the medicine that specifically attacked that bacteria. And she kept putting them on different antibiotics. Myself, I know you can't attack you can't send the wrong antibody to do the job. It's going to make you sicker. It's not going to work. And it's just going to make it stronger. And that's basically what he was dealing with. I said that's fucking that's medical malpractice with sinister intent. I would say at least. I don't know if that it could be considered murder. Knowing that as a doctor, I don't know. It'd be a hard stretch, but that's definitely malpractice, motherfucking malicious malpractice, and it's backed up by testimony from Fauci that they were told not to treat long COVID properly. Yeah. Whatever kid dreamed about it definitely had an accurate dream, because that's one of the big things that's going on these reservations. There's a lot of amputations happening right now, and a lot of death. I mean, beyond death, that's going on too. There's a lot of scope. Death is just a massive thing going on this year. There's a whole scope of horrible shit going on right now because of this. It's a big fallout. Huge. It's huge fallout. Everybody's sick with something. They're so underreporting this because no one's really, I don't know, it's scripted, hon. No one's really talking about it. Everybody that's sick right now is sick because of this. That's why I keep screaming right here, right now. You need to get to your doctor and have yourself scanned for microclots. Early treatment's key. Get your fucking ass in there and get tested, Lily. Please. Everybody needs to. All of you. This isn't just the Native Americans. This is all America. This is all the people of the world. All the people in the world need to have their blood scanned. See who's sick from this. Start treating. And sue your doctors. Sue the fuck out of them. Sue the fuck out of them. I was 100% accurate in pulmonary hypertension, the shedding of the fucking proteins, the fucking dormancy of the virus, how it's going to attack your nervous system. It's creating fucking neuropathy, all sorts of different fucking things, man. Myocarditis, the fucking attack of that fucking heart sac was number one. And I told you it was going to do that. I said it doesn't want your nerve systems in your brain. They want that one around your heart that controls your fucking soul interface with your body. That is the one that determines your fucking frequency. They want to fuck that up. And they do. They did. They did. They don't only control your frequency, it controls everything about your heart, your rhythm, and how hard, how fast, everything, everything. It's got your memories and your emotions in there. It's got all kinds of fucked up shit that they wanted to fuck with. And they described it in Revelations exactly what it does. It's a way to communicate with God directly. You're fucking done. Your radio's broken. It does have its benefits, Lily. Yeah. It does. Stay that way. I would have myself scanned and checked. Anyways. I already know I've got them. I've got the symptoms. I've had them since I was sick. I, I knew I got sick with one of the fucking third or fourth booster shots too. I was sick as fuck. It almost killed me. I ain't never been so sick. I've had my liver shut down. I thought I was gonna die off this fucking Rona shit, man. I just couldn't breathe. And I looked at myself. I was like, fuck, where'd 40 pounds go? Where the fuck did 40 pounds go? I wasn't throwing up. It just fucking stripped me down to bones. Yeah, keep it working. Keep your lungs working. I know. I got to get mine going, and then I got to sit and hack a little bit, and then I got to get mine going, and then I sit and hack a little bit, and then I can work a day. I'm half allergies too, though. Half of my shit's allergies. I'm snotting and shit. I know that's allergies. I'm, I know what allergies are. I dealt with them since I was a kid too. So I know I got those. But that's on top of this fucking shit I picked up in the hole, and I lost lung capacity from the COVID, all that good shit, man. I'm trying to kill myself over here. God. Uh, Finding ways around it. Uh, Take an allergy pill every now and again. It helps. That's with anything, too. I get stiff. I gotta walk around a little bit. Then once I get moving, I can move around pretty good. I'd be all sitting around getting sore. Cause I wasn't moving around. I begged Jamie. I said, let's go dig a post hole or something. I need to limber up. Sitting around hurts. Probably didn't, Brenda. I'd never heard of it until Bryce showed me the shit, and I looked at his papers. I was like, damn, and now he's getting the right treatment and it's clearing up. After all that shit. NAC, I don't know what NAC is, huh? I know Marihucci clears out my bronchial tubes, dilates them bitches, chokes me up, helps me breathe. A vitamin. Yeah, if she got vaccinated. it's, that's how she got that. It wasn't gangrene. It was in nano particles. Fucking microclots. Now, if you get vaccinated, you might have them big thrombosis fucking clots. The same proteins, man. You need to get them fucking surgically removed. They're finding them in corpses. Fucking up to 2, 3 foot long. Talking about what the fuck is that? I ain't never seen anything like that before. Started showing up in corpses. That's how they started finding this shit out. They backtracked it from dead people. Yeah, that's. I'm telling you, that's how they conventionally figured this out. They started finding it in those dead people first, and then they started testing everybody, and then they started finding 100% of us have fucking all these microclots in us, and then they were fucking talking about how they'd been transferring and shedding. There's a timeline with that. Yeah, I've watched that, but the funny thing is I warned about it, all of that, all of it before it happened. So did some other doctors when it started happening. I was seriously warning about it before it happened. Any fucking doctor that fucking administered that shit and was all to this day, has no business practicing medicine. That's Dr. Campbell. He started noticing, and he made change a long time ago. You all saw that too, because I was giving him shit. Remember? Now I'm over here hailing him as a hero because he noticed and fucking made change, and he's done a lot of good work, gathering a lot of good doctors and a lot of good information on how to heal these folks, heal us. You know, not just these folks, heal us, heal everybody. They've been doing their due diligence, and there's still doctors out there recommending this mRNA shit. Even after all this month of congressional fucking, oh my God, this is a weapon. Yeah, they kept dying, absolutely. Well, the bovine that they would use, they'd shoot one cow and send it into the test group. And if it died, you know, that was a fail. But they lived long enough to catch a couple boosters, and the next thing you know, All the herd had it. Quarters of them died. Yes, ma'am. Pulmonary hypertension. Corona and mRNA specifically in combination. And that was decided upon Moderna 6 months before they even applied for their patent. They were signing off as a weapon. And I made that video. I was like, look, here's Moderna signing off as, he says this shit ain't worth dick for 20 years. And Campbell had a guy on his channel saying he was in the industry and the same thing. And I swear to God, he said the same fucking words I did. They purposely released the damn virus to get that mRNA into as many people as they could. And I'm like, oh, damn. Did that doctor just say, my words? And he did. My exact words. The doctor fucking, I said, well, I need to make a video. I will. I'll make one with that in there. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes, ma'am. They needed to get that into everybody. They put the restrictions on work. They acted like you was a criminal if you didn't do it. You was trying to kill grandma. All that shit. They tried everything they could to get that in you. And it's crucial we don't blame our neighbors for this. A lot of our neighbors, conservative and fucking liberal, either way, it don't matter. They were forced into it for the jobs or fucking whatever. I always said there was no fucking excuse for it, but that I had the privilege of discussing this with a senator before it ever happened. So I knew it was coming. I knew what the repercussions was. I had time to look. I had time to look. I knew what to look for. I knew they were going to bring on something and bring in that mRNA. And then I saw Corona, and I'm all like, well, that's fucking obvious. Why would they do that? I guess that's the only one they got, because that's the one they used as weaponry. I figured everybody'd know. Nope. It's Captain Obvious over here pointing at the shit. Like, don't do that! It's been in fucking weapons testing for 30 years. Bioweapons, very specifically. Same formula. Yep. And that doctor today, I was sitting there watching, he's convinced that wasn't no goddamn accident either. He knew. How did these other doctors not know? And some of them were making the same statements, and then they made a change when fucking Fauci went around and started talking that shit. And to this day, you have medical professionals trying to push it. You gotta get your Rona. You got to get your. Now the FDA is approving a new flu shot with mRNA in it, without going through any of the damn safety training. They pushed it through because they claimed that it got shot into 8 billion people or whatever, and that's good enough to test. And it's like, well, look around. The test failed. Everybody's sick. I would get all over the FDA. I'd get all over Moderna. Sue them. I think I think you should sue them if they made you sick. They're supposed to be untouchable. But premeditated mass murder, that's different. That's a fucking criminal offense. And that's why my testimony is pretty important in this fucking class action, because we're suing them on that. I'm testifying to everybody. I've been testifying to you for years. That's how I've been so damn accurate. I knew all this shit because I knew what to look for. I'd been told it was coming. It wasn't prophecy, wasn't guesswork. you don't you don't guess that accurate. I mean, what? Remember, I had that one troll in here saying I was CIA. Nobody's that accurate, and fucking without being fucking scripted or whatever. And I'm all like, man, if I was CIA, I'd be the first CIA channel I ever knew of giving the fucking truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Nobody's accurate like me because I argued with a senator about the goddamn subject and I didn't like it. And I got a big mouth. That's the big story right there. I got a big mouth. And if something ain't right, I'm gonna let you know what they're doing. And that's what bing bing, that's all that is. Being big mouth fucking somebody that knew something that nobody else did. Nobody. Who else do you know in the world that sat? Well, probably a lot of people sat and had that conversation, but took the bunker. I don't know anybody that refused the bunker. Besides myself, maybe some dead people. We got to hold these people accountable before we can move on. We can't just move on. It's still going on. They're still administering this shot. They're still fucking pushing mRNA out of the federal FDA. The FDA just approved a fucking flu shot, mRNA flu shot. Same thing they gave you in the corona. They just approved it. No, it's not over. Sue your doctors. Sue everybody involved. Sign up for this fucking class action suit. Sue the fucking federal government because you don't have the capacity to. It has to be all class action and all that shit. That's how we're doing it. They're opening it up for all humans. We all have reason to sue somebody. These people need to be fucking hammered. We need to hold them in criminal court and hold them accountable, every one of them. I could point you to two exact human beings that spit out this story before it ever happened to me 12 years ago. Those would be a couple of good points to hit because I could prove in a court of law they told me this was going to happen. Who told them? But I think we need to find out. I don't think Fauci actually knew what was going on until it was too late. He took the goddamn shot right in the beginning and then had himself a heart problem. I really don't think he actually understood what that mRNA was going to do to him. I can't think of any other reason for him to get the shot. If he knew what it was, he wouldn't take it, right? I think he's just a patsy. Personally, who funded him? That's a good question. Who funded him? He funded Wuhan. That's the kind of questions we need to start asking before we can move on. I can't do all that. Everybody else needs to start doing that shit. Or it's not going to happen. They're just going to keep fucking us in the ass because everybody's worried about their neighbor being mad or being the cause of it or whatever. Anybody fucking any division or fear to stand up. This is the right time to be afraid for them because they want you to be afraid, so you aren't going to stand up and do a damn thing about it. Just going to walk on. Don't do that. Don't just get on. Start complaining, please. Everybody. This is ridiculous. They just tried to kill everybody. And it's working. It's working. Nothing's happened yet for healing these people. Or you. It's in the works. We need some help from everybody. Everybody. Everybody needs to start suing their doctors. if they're giving out this. Start asking the FDIA who in the fuck do they think they are to release an mRNA flu shot and to approve another goddamn mRNA anything at this point. People need to be asking that question. I could ask that question all day. It's not going to do any good. Millions of us can call in, might get some fucking noise going on. Maybe we got to stand up and fucking go tell Moderna, you're shutting your fucking doors down. I don't know, whatever it takes. But I can't do it myself. I'm out here trying to get lawyers for a lawsuit and treaty people for the Lakota so they can open up for a class action lawsuit for everybody. Don't worry about it. I ain't, I'm, I ain't no more worried about it than I was yesterday. I'm just, hey, we need to start doing this. We need to hold our doctors to account. We, I can't do that. That's all these, and I'm just hearing a lot of comments from people. Well, not hearing, I'm seeing them in type when they're making them back because I'm scrolling through the internet and I'm seeing people literally discount this. Like, oh, fuck them. It's just the Democrats who got the shot. I'm like, are you kidding me? Or it's just the Republicans just doing this for fucking show or some shit. They don't want to, the Epstein files. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? No. Everybody's sick with this shit. And they did it to us all. It isn't just the Democrats. Number one, shit, conservatives were out there fucking getting the shot too, left and right. All the fucking Christians were the ones lined up the most. Up at churches and everything. Damn it. People were getting it to go travel. People were getting it because they had to work. You know, there was all kinds of reasons people did have to do it. I remember that shit. Now it's over. We got to start holding people to account if they're still continuing it. It's been exposed. Any doctor administering this shit is committing fucking medical malpractice, and they should be held to account. They shouldn't be allowed to just continue. Worldwide, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Worldwide, we need to make an effort worldwide to stop this because they're obviously not. That's where I'm at with it. They're not going to stop it until we make them. And I would start as a doctor. That doesn't mean go out in the street and do what they want us to do. I think we should attack the doctors on this in court because it's easily proven that they're medical malpractice at this point if they keep pushing it. It's insane. You have to have full informed consent for medicine. If they ain't giving that full informed consent and they're sitting there pushing a weapon on you, that's fucking malicious medical malpractice with intent to do harm. Sue them. Make them lose their license. Take their house and take their boat. Take their big screen TV and their jacuzzi. Please take it from them. You use their tools against them. Nuremberg should definitely be called into account. World Court, absolutely. Absolutely. That's where the Lakota want to go with it. They got to file federal first. And they need a couple more lawyers. Because this is a big case. It's not just Bryce's medical malpractice case against IHS now. It's gone a little bigger. The court actually said it has to go federal. That's why they need these lawyers and treaty makers so they can restructure this into a federal court. And then they'll have to file for world court once they get it in the federal court and include the class action for all humans. That's the goal. So it's going to be humanity versus the leadership, basically, in each and every nation. Whoever populations hold their nations accountable. I'm afraid that everybody's going to just cheer as Russia, China, and North Korea nuke us. Because we're the ones that started this shit in the script. It came down from the Crown Vatican anyway, and it looks like us. We did this because we're the DC part of the corporation, and we definitely been set up as the bad guy in this. Keep that in mind. Goddamn Americans. Yeah, it should be the population against the corporation. Absolutely. I hope that's what this flowers into. It's the only good solution to this. We need, as a humanity, to stop doing this for very few people. And this is a moment of realization, I would hope, that we need a different system. And this 180 nations dancing to a king and a pope ain't cutting it. And a lot of people don't understand the infrastructure of the world either. Look, we are the bad guy. It's not the Pope. You got billions of people in the Amman's loving him. You got a long way to go for truth. I ain't gonna even guess how that gets out because I still kind of dealing with what happened this last month and this last week and this whole Corona thing. I'm like, damn, that was pretty big download of fucking we just fucked you for money, and there's people out there doing it still. Yeah. I mean, they did. They pretty much covered everything, didn't they? This last month and the congressional hearings, it's a weapon. It's fucking hurting people. We have unknown fucking amounts of casualties from this thing that need to be backtracked and counted, and all that shit, and all this coming out just this last couple weeks. After all the screaming and kicking I've been doing, here it is. It came out like that. It even kind of surprised me. Yeah, yeah, and that's theater right there too, of course. That was absolutely ridiculous and childish, and the worst thing you could possibly do ever. That brought so much. That's without question. It brought a whole bunch of attention to the fact that he 111 times pleaded the fifth, even on the collar of the goddamn tie and carpet. He overdid it. That's right. He broke the law blatantly by doing that. He's already had a pardon, and the fifth is incrimination. Nothing about the color of his tie is incriminating. The numerology of 111. I haven't paid attention to the numerology, but it was enough to get everybody's attention. You know, they're like, well, shit. See, now the one side is using that like, well, of course he's fucking. I would too if a mean old senator was picking on me. The other side's like, oh, this motherfucker did it. You know, and of course he did it. He got all kinds of money for doing it too, money and fame and all that shit. Now look at him. He's definitely regretting a lot of this shit. He's sitting there stewing. He don't know what to do. He knows he's going to end up with 5 bullets in the back of his head if he does the wrong thing, though. All of a sudden, you can see that in his little eyes too. He's terrified, sitting there, and it ain't a Ron Paul he's terrified of. Hi, Linda. How are you? Yeah, they're little. Yes, they do. They sure do, Lily. Yeah, damn, you ain't wrong there. You know that. All their little symbols, all their little everything they do means something.
Like to put it in your face.
Motherfuckers be all coronated on the tablet of destiny. That's an old tradition. Cinderella, huh? Good. Happy Funday Sunday evening. Day before Monday. What are you doing back there? What are you doing? You messing with the milk? Could I get a little bit?
No. You have a cup?
Yeah, I do. I got a glass.
Oh, okay.
A glass canning jar. Oh, that's good. Thank you, sir. You ain't got a couple of chocolate cookies back there, do you?
Nope. Nope, not today. I already ate it all. All of them gone.
There's some cheap cookies. They'll go stale quick. You better eat them. Thank you, Captain. Oh, shit. But tomorrow I want to pick up some oxygen. Make some more glass. It's supposed to rain in the afternoon, though. We may only get Tuesday in. Before we go, but I'll make more than the cost of oxygen back, that's for sure. Got a bunch of hash pipes made. Got my hash pipe. Boop, 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 boop. I got a bunch of them. Nice, Lily. I like sewing. I need to sew a batch of bags too. He wants bags. I'm like, I ain't got no bags. He ain't got no bags either. I can sit here and make some money, but I got shit to do. I really like this guy too. That's the whole thing. I like his energy, and I like the fact that he needs stuff. I'll tell you what. He's the kind of guy. I'm pretty sure he's got Cash App. I'll just send him shit. He can pay me in Cash App too. I really like him. I think his name's Terrence. Or Terry. But yeah, I've been eyeballing my sewing machine lately too. I'm like, man, I need to break that out, make some money. He was like, I just can't find them. I was like, well, because nobody wants to sew. Nobody wants to sew. It's not glamorous. I don't have a damn bag. I don't have a single one. Thank you for the move.
Mm-hmm.
So a machine, yeah, you can fix all kinds of shit. I got a pair of pants back there that need sewed up. I just don't want to break out the sewing machine just to fix a pair of pants. When I break it out, that pair of pants gonna get fixed. Seamus fixes his own clothes now. Done taught him how to use that shit. It's an essential skill. If you're poor, you know how to darn your socks up. Fucking Chico, hell. It was not Chico. Look, this guy's got fucking lights all over his rig.
It's the party rig.
He definitely looks like he's having a party going down the road.
Party rig.
Fucking disco rig. I was sitting here saving this bowl for a special occasion. Cheers. What, you want some too?
Maybe.
Motherfucker.
Some pretty potent shit. Hits you in the face.
Does it kind of hit you in the face like a brick? Leaves a little streak on it like permanent marker.
Dunk. It does. on the bottle. Fucking spoiling us.
Huh.
Just because we're here. Nice guy. Great heart.
Yeah, I like him.
He knows how to grow his fucking hemp.
Oh. Ooh. Cheers, everybody. Our host gave us a little taste tester. He said, I want to know what you think of this. I said, fucking one hit. Ooh, gosh.
Here comes a brick. Gunk.
Ooh. Concentrates, edibles, and more. He got little collectibles in there.
Yeah, sunrise and sunset look different now.
Big time. Yeah, I don't know if it's just a region. Did your sunset and sunrise look like mine? Because it's weird.
I mean, I can see it being in certain spots and then certain spots being lesser, but it's just insane over here.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think it's a geographic location to change.
Yeah, it depends on the atmosphere, and it's just as I said, I can see there being spots where it's lesser, but
We're a little further south than we were last week. But I mean, it was starting to look weird last week too, up there. You can see the change in a week. It's like
the sunset just keeps getting more and more ominous.
a little creepy looking yet. A little bit.
Turning hot pink. And I've got to say, it starts doing that sooner and keeps. It's like building up. It seems like the transition of it doing that fucking. It's only the sun phase. Like, takes longer for it to set. As the days go on.
When we're having a meteor shower. There's a lot of noctilucent clouds in the sky, a lot of space dust. On top of the Cherokov. Punching through the Cherokov. That's it.
It's just about the only things we can see. Especially when they reflect light.
Next few days. Sounds about right.
I think that Cherokov is gonna get insane if it keeps doing what it's doing.
Yeah, yeah. It's going to be so thick it'll block out the sun. It's already doing it.
You'll just see it, the sun, but you won't see its light.
definitely a veil over the fucking sky right now. Humans spiking.
I mean, it used to have a spectacular effect with the sunset. Now it just kind of consumes it.
Every now and again, I go over there on Facebook. I'm posting up a video or something because I post up more than my shit over there on Facebook. Yeah, I keep telling y'all if you want to see my research, get over there to that Facebook page because I'm posting up all kinds of mRNA information over there all day. And I'm not putting up on my post section because I want new people to be able to find the pertinent information of human resonance and shit. Howdy, Mark. Damn straight. I got thrown 66 feet when I was 19. Hit a telephone pole. Kind of did my discs in. Quite a few discs. They don't worry, they're not there anymore. So I'm kind of bone on bone. I treat with the medical hoochie under the green cross.
There was a disc generated.
I prefer not to do fentanyl. No fentanyl patches for me. Thank you much. Them things incapacitate me. My son shakes me up and helps my back a lot. Creator heals. Gave us the right medicines. Yeah, it might hail too with that rain. It's supposed to rain here tomorrow. Thunderstorm, maybe tonight. I put my torch away. Or not away, it's in the RV though. Just in case. If it's raining, when I need to go get oxygen, I'll just put it away. Sit Seamus out in the field. It's sitting on the generator.
Dog frisbee.
Playing dog frisbee, yes. I'd have you walk up to the gas station, get me some gas. We're almost out of gas in the generator. You keep turning on lights like you can't see nothing. It's 10:09. Man, it don't get dark till late. Sun wasn't even up at 5 this morning though either. I noticed. It's been coming up around 4 o'clock, generally. Like starting to break daylight a little bit. Not the last
the nights are getting like shorter.
Not the last 2 nights it hasn't. It's been like 5:30 it starts kind of starting to look a little brighter. I don't know, it's about an hour later. Yeah, I thought so. I thought it was a little bit interesting anyway. We're just now in August. August 9th. You know, August is going by this first week. It's just here we are. It's like, fuck.
53 billion.
Yeah, I can't even remember.
All in a row, perfectly.
Exactly.
Star aligned.
Well, I can't even keep track of where I've been in the last fucking 5 days right now. I've talked to so many people.
The stars just shot straight through the fucking last week. And now we're here.
I haven't even reckoned with what happened yet. It's still happening. It's still happening.
It is.
It really is. We're in mid stride of this
We're
shit
literally
right at
just
the
in
moment.
the calm in between.
The only thing they're waiting on is me. Actually,
And I mean, this is
well,
the calm in
2 days.
between.
They need 2 days. Yep, yep. We're well, shit. I'm from L.A., bro. I helped Jack Hare get it legal. I'm the guy that authored the Davis Hemp Bill in 2014 when I moved out to North Carolina in 2011. Started working on that shit. It passed 42 to 2, kind of forced itself into the Farm Bill without a signature. I'm pretty good at my research. I convinced all those senators that hemp was a good thing for your tank. Nobody put it in their tank. It's not ethanol. I figured once it passed, I was like, man, of course they let it pass because it's not going to make it into the tank because people have a bad taste in their mouth for green fuel because that corn shit they putting in your tank, it gums up your carburetors and eats away all your rubbish. But the hemp fuel would lubricate the engines and give you more miles per engine, not gumming up your engine, not gumming up your shit, and give you more miles per gallon at a cheaper cost. So it's a win-win-win situation if we just started making it with the current pyrotechnics that we have doing the crude nowadays could be converted over to making the biodiesel out of the hemp fuel real quick. About time we grew 4 months field growing some damn hemp fuel and we could be off the oil tit forever. Have fucking clean plastic that isn't even toxic and biodegradable. Do away with your microplastics and shit, man. You know, I mean, you're cleaning the air as you're burning the fuel because there's more carbon left in the damn plant than that it sucked out of the air than you're putting in the air with that little bit of juice you squeezed out of it to get the fuel. Do the math. The more you drive, the cleaner we get. Better not drive too much because the plants need that CO2, cow farts. You know, one of the biggest die-offs on the planet is because we had like, I think it's like 0.2% less CO2 than what we got right now. Plants die off. We got problems. And that happens fast. So, and that's real. That's just a lot of things people don't think about. Yep. Yeah. As a byproduct from making our fuel, they'd be pressing discs, and those discs are the perfect food for fucking cows. We would have never had to fucking call the herd or kill the first chicken. All the chicken wings would still be all good. We'd be eating cow cheap. There'd be more than 80 or low cow numbers because we had to kill them because there wasn't no grain because the grain's dying. Because the fucking hemp does good in UV. And we go figure. It's been our food since the beginning of time. It belongs on the planet. It's one of the first inhabitants here under the blue sun, the ultraviolet sun. It thrives in ultraviolet. Go figure. I don't know. It's just all these things are so coincidental. It's just a coincidence. I'm, it doesn't work. The coincidence shit. Too much. Yep, script needs to go. We're the only ones that could do it. We the people have to fucking unite with our neighbors instead of fight with our neighbors and understand that they are the ones doing this to all of us. And we should fucking not really give a fuck what our neighbor does as long as it doesn't hurt anybody. I think we can get along with that. So I'll be damned if I'm able to tell you who to love. I don't give a shit what you do or who you love. Just love somebody and stop hating everybody. I can tell you who to stop hating everybody. We need to hold some motherfuckers accountable, though. You got a doctor out there pushing the mRNAs on you. Sue him. I think, well, we're already getting a class action lawsuit to sue the FDA, but you could at least protest loudly at him. Make him recall this mRNA flu shot. They've already done enough damage. Extra fucking misery during this time is not needed, man. Let's fucking kick back on this. We're gonna go through some hard times anyways, already. They've geared it up a little bit too late to stop this food thing that's going on. Unless we all start planting hemp. We might have a couple years before the flash. The end of this year, though, we're gonna have some terrible day of the Lord. I'm pretty damn sure of that. And then he's gonna creep on by and do the whole flashy flash thing. That's the reset. Price says we still got a couple years for that. I'm like, yeah, but they have a lot planned in that couple years. We need to stop this, so we have those 2 years to get your people ready. That's the whole thing here. That's their hurry up and let's do this. So we got 2 more years. They need to stop Trump. That's their whole goal. I got to tell you this much. At some point, I'm not questioning it. I was led here by a picture of George. I had no idea why we was here. And all of a sudden this happened and I'm going to go with it. Even as I say, their whole goal is to stop Trump. Basically, stop the federal government from fucking killing people and this and that. And they want to go global because they understand it's not just Trump. They get it. But I'm over here blinking like, we're going to stop this. Well, you know what? I'm not going to question it. Because this is obviously the way the creator wanted it, or I wouldn't be here. We'd be in Pennsylvania with Seamus' mom already by now. A long time ago, left her place. We've been sitting around here for 6 fucking weeks. Yeah, it's like that. I'm like, okay, well, this I have no way to deny what's going on because I've worked on this for 12 years myself and tried to get beg creator, please give me something, get me in court somehow with this. We need to hold these people to account. This can't keep going on.
And then the last
it's
week
too
happened.
obvious. And then this last week happened. So here you know, if creator wants to stop this shit, then the creator's going to have it stopped. And this might be the way it happens. They're ready to make big noise. They need a couple more lawyers. They're already starting to set up the infrastructure without the 2 lawyers. I'm just saying. It's I don't see it having a problem getting set up. I see everybody all the way down be talking about fucking A and all the way back. Oh hell yeah. Give me a piece of that. Everybody got to have a lawyer to donate. Be like, send your lawyers, send your tribal help. Fucking help these people because you need to help your people. All these people, every people, all the people, one planet, one fucking tribe, damn it. We've all been poisoned by our collective governments. Their crowning achievement is to remove 3/4 of us so they're safe in their little bunkers. Because they know we live on a multiple sun system. They know the goddamn moon's doing a cartwheel, whether you know it or not. All it takes is a little bit of observation. I've been observationing it for a long time. Whew. Leaves little wire with the wires and the pictures of the
moon.
yeah. Clankety, ringing bells over here while I try to talk. I was like, what the? Hmm? What are you doing? Ice, ice, baby. I thought he was ringing a bell. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? You beat my baby.
Mm-hmm.
Rainbow Tribe. Yeah, all colors. If you got a fingerprint, you're allowed. You're invited. You're welcome into the club with your beautiful magnet self. We've been getting a few new people in, of course, every day, asking the same questions. I don't blame them. You can always tell the ones that really want to know. They'll get over to my post section and they'll make a comment, and I'll be like, "There's somebody looking." That's all I need to see, just one, because I know you're looking again. I know it's mind bending. I do. I've had my mind bent all over by that information. That information that I lay down right there changed my life in so many ways. It all starts with, did you think your moon looks a little different today than yesterday? You might want to look a little closer. It's changing by the hour. It's changing by the hour. I don't think he needs any more weed. He's over here making fucking weird noises. I'm gonna have sugar bite.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to believe it's already August.
Mm-hmm. October. Right around the corner.
What about October?
Start of all the
Oh
moon
God,
season
yeah.
all those
And
years
we
ago.
took off. We got the
It
fucking
was the
land
start
yacht
of
in
this
October.
journey. That's
Jeez,
October.
dude, it does keep happening around events like that, huh? Yeah. Moon started rocking in October. We left our house in October and got
Mm-hmm.
the land yacht.
You left on your birthday.
California, yeah.
Still got my birthday in between that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Your birthday, and we celebrated in the fucking mats, and then we a couple fucking times, and then we uh, had a couple up there in Jamie's too. Now. My favorite Christmas was there at Matt's in
Mm-hmm.
Galveston with Christian. That's gonna be my favorite Christmas ever. And always, because I was mind fucking you and you didn't even know or didn't care. You were just all happy. All you got for Christmas was a Chico turd. He's fucking singing all the way to work. I just, me and Christian were laughing our asses off at you. Like, this motherfucker over here. I was trying to do a Jimmy Kimmel on him, test my kid, because people get like the wrong G.I. Joe and they fucking, the little kid throws a fit. I wanted the one with Kung Fu Grip or whatever, you know. Fucking my kid got a Chico turd laid in the middle of the floor for Christmas. And then he had to walk with dad to work. I had the presents at work, at the tree, there and everything. But I was trying to fucking test him hard. Tested him hard, man. That boy didn't give a fuck. I said, what are you so happy about? He goes, 'cause I got you and Chico, man. He's just all happy. He's happy he had Chico and his dad. We all had patches. She was making a lot of noise at that time. She kept getting us kicked out of houses throughout the day. Yeah, it happened. 4 a.m. You saw the fucking moon taking a smile. Setting out your, yeah, I like that. Setting out your security patrol. Release the hounds. The first day we were here, I saw a crop duster that was taken off out of that fucking airport. And he just flew right over this fucking roof right here. And it kind of freaked me out. I thought there was a plane going to hit it, you know, just random. I just kind of looked and I was like, whoa, like that. And somebody was standing there talking to me. And he says, oh, that's Charlie. I said, that was fucking Charlie just about made me poop my pants, man. I thought he was going to hit it. He goes, yeah, he does that from time to time. He flies. You know, he's one of the locals, of course. Everybody's used to it. But he turned around to look, too, because he did. He got pretty close there. I was like, oh, shit. We're going to see it hit the roof. We'll be on the news. we, well, what was you awake for? You human spiking? It may have been. Did you see this wall? Fuck's sake, dude. That reconnection line I keep pointing out, it was way up inside the satellite zone, beating up old fucking goes 15. The 16 was stuck in a fucking human spike over there. 15 was getting beat up by the whiplash. I was like, damn, dude. That's his fault. That was all this morning. I was looking at it. It's like, damn, that's crunchy. Crunchy. It was today or yesterday, at some point this week.
Kind of blends it
Might have
together.
been the day before. I just noticed fucking 333. He's always on my feed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always like, don't recommend this channel, and then it shows up twice as much. It's like, fuck, just anyway. He had a picture of the Schumann. They were talking about, oh, it's never been spiked this hard. Everybody's ready to ascend. I'm like, Christ's sake.
And everybody goes fucking nuts. Oh god.
Yeah, get ready for the zombie apocalypse. These motherfuckers are going to start licking the walls, and eating each other.
I'm about ready to sin.
How's that ascension going for you, man? We got to remain calm and work on that. Talk to mama when you feeling that push. Just sit down and take a minute, man. Shit. Don't be. Now is not a good time to be cutting off communications with the mama. That's all I'm saying. You gotta relax and realize what's going on. It's half the fun. I'll find myself up 3 o'clock in the morning quite often.
Do your best.
I've always only needed 4 hours sleep, but as I get older, even if I'm awake at 3, I'll sit there. I might even play a game, but I'll fucking drink me a little bit of water, take a piss. But I'm laying back down. I'll relax again. I'm usually asleep by 4. Now, if I wake up again, that's usually the sun talking to me. But yeah, I really don't have a problem getting back to sleep. Sometimes I'll fucking sleep in if I go back to sleep. I'll sleep another 4 hours. But it always feels good to lay back down. I'm getting old. See, in La Junta, I'd get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and start work in the basement because it was nice and cool at night. Kind of like it down there at night. You know that. Fucking many a night I down there working, doing my live. Started at 3 o'clock in the morning. Da-da-da. Cat's on. Cat had come in, talk to me. Just her morning. You know, she's already had breakfast. Sent the kids off. John Baxter, he's from over there too. Patrick. So I got my European crowd over there too. I'm always happy to see Patrick comes in all the time. He's like staying up. Cat's in here all the time too. Just I know her hours. Yeah, she definitely she needs her rest. She got a whole family going on there. Big lady, world traveler. That's what I love about y'all too. I mean, you're very educated people. You're very sensible people. You're very pragmatic people. You're very educated, and fucking a lot of times more educated than I am. Fucking just, and you look at other channels, and man, I'll tell you, if I had that many numbers, I probably wouldn't. Of course, I'd chase a lot of flat earthers away just by being myself, because a lot of them are just, I don't know, man, something wrong with them. There's real people out there that think the worth is flat. Yeah, that's cool. There's a bunch of more than you might think. See, I don't know. They've untaught our children how to think. It's terrible. what we allowed to happen as a group of people. We should definitely have done more. We should have done better. We wouldn't be here in this situation right now. And honestly, we just should have. I keep thinking, how could I have done differently? Maybe louder. I could have done it louder. I was dealing with it from the inside at some point, but we started out loud, passing out flyers and doing fucking marches and stuff for medical marijuana, and then you know I wrote an angry letter. It made a unanimous decision against that core. That core is what really killed the critical thought pattern in our children. It really just killed it, and it's been implemented for 15 years. We've known it's implemented. Everybody's complaining about it. Well, why haven't people just taken it the fuck out of the curriculum? It's heinous, and because there's not enough people doing it, there's too many people that just fold. Like you said, Lily, they just fold. Too many folded. A lot of times, just that's what they count on. Too many fold. Yeah, there is so many distractions, huh? That's why I hope this one thing can unite us. The fact that we're all sick and dying. At least we can start treating it now that we know. Can we learn from it not to hate our neighbor? Because that's what got us here. Our division at the bottom. We let them fool us. Or are we going to just continue doing what we've been doing and start burning shit? It's literally, we're at the crossroads of humanity. It ain't just the U.S. This is humanity going to make this decision. What are we doing? We're going to let this happen. And here we are, still patriotic about Iran. Have no idea. Look, China and Turkey and India just had a coalition go on, and fucking South China, Taiwan's doing fucking something something. They're days from being invaded, and you know that whole thing's still going on. I'm watching it. It's China because the South Chinese Sea, Russia because of Ukraine, and motherfucking North Korea just because they can simultaneously nuke while they cheering about it. And there's a lot of people going to be cheering if we can start getting nuked here real soon. They'll be cheering, hit Fauci! The script is there, man. This is exactly what I've been saying. Is I didn't know what it looked like. It's pretty ugly. And I see, honestly, I mean, what can I say? I was open about why we came here. I saw George Washington's forehead in granite. That's South Dakota. Why? Why? Why there? That's not where I wanted to go, is it? No. No, that's not where I wanted to go. I'm driving the bus, but that's all I do. I just read the map. So here we are, and then I called Bryce when we got here. We'd even come up in the Indian days and retreated a little bit for the weekend. Sat down by the highway, got rained on. And then I called Bryce. I already knew I was supposed to be here. I didn't know why. So I called Bryce to find out. He's like, oh my God, I need help. Here we are today, sitting helping them get a fucking class action legal thing going for everybody. Because they're kind of upset. They're losing their tribal members as we're losing our family members. And everybody is across the world right now, scratching their head like, they're not even associating it with this until all of a sudden maybe Fauci started fucking pleading the fifth 111 times in Congress. You and I have carried the weight of fucking knowing this because you had no doubt who I was. I've proven it beyond a shadow of a doubt. The fucking moon's doing cartwheels. Your government knows, and it makes perfect sense why they'd want to kill us. Fuck. Yeah. I haven't been wrong, and you're smart enough to figure it out and help me figure some of these mysteries out. Like, how in the hell are these motherfuckers following me around before I even knew I could read anything? Well, because I put my fucking footprint at birth, and they knew who I was last time. Thank you, Lily. Fuck, that makes sense. See, that's how quick I accepted your truth. I was like, fuck, dude, shit. Thanks. I'm Captain Obvious. It needs to be even more obvious than that. Lily's gonna beat me to the punch. Cause look at her go. My favorite frog. put put my puzzle together. I was like, how can two people be certain I was their guy?
Someone knows your soul
A
pattern.
billionaire and a big old medicine man guy follow me around and talk about I knew it was you. It's like, what do you mean? Fuck are you? Can you read my language? Yeah, I was a sucker. I didn't know what was going on, so I grabbed his shit and said, "Yeah, I can read that." Plasma, fucking, a mountain of plasma, or something. But that's his name. I've got the translation up there. I've got the whole conversation with the guy for years. I ain't letting that go. I looked at that for a couple of times, and it's just ain't no real answers there. He left me in a mystery, a little fog of mystery there. He explained some shit to me, real deep shit, but a lot of that too was on phone because he had my phone. This is just notes we was passing back and forth for fucking years. I didn't know who he was really. Mike, my truck driver friend. It was, thank you. It was driving me nuts. I wanted to read the book. Then you told me what book they got it from, and I'm like, okay, that makes perfect sense. Fuck's sake. The Book of Men's Souls. They got us cataloged by our little feet print. It ain't her fingerprint, it's her footprint in the Book of Men's Souls, obviously, right? That's what you're printed at birth. I was like, fuck, this is fucking brilliant. I mean, I've often wondered why do they do that to a baby's foot? Why isn't there fingerprints done? That's what you're looking for when you're looking for a missing kid, is their fingerprints, right? Everybody's all like, get your kid fingerprinted. It's like, why didn't you do that on the birth certificate? If that's what we deal with, that's what identifies us. Nobody identifies you with your footprint. Why would they do that? I know. Lily told me. That's who you were last time you the fuck over here, and he was fucking with their system.
Well, this guy put up some red flags. This guy's gonna be trouble.
I mean, Lily, that made so much sense to me. Just hearing it at one time. That's how truth hits you. It doesn't matter where it comes from, right? Truth hits you like that. It's like, oh, damn. Thank you for giving me that sensation. I love it. Yeah, individually unique. Pretty close, but individually just a little unique. And of course, you can take them off and they'll grow back. Of course they would. It makes perfect sense why they grow back. Not what they say, because I mean, that's just insane. The way they describe what a fingerprint is and why it grows back and shit. And it's like, no, skin's regenerative, yeah, but that's just, I tell you what, it makes a lot more sense that that's your magnet field going
Structures
through there,
around
and
the magnet field.
just exactly it's structuring your matter around your magnet field. Is that's why your fucking fingerprints come back.
That's your literal print. That's your
Yeah,
literal blueprint.
that's what you carry with you. That's who you are. Life and death. That's the one thing you take with you. Your fingerprint. Your soul print.
It's how you will be constructed, no matter what form you take. You have that very print.
And all that in the image and makes perfect sense. You got two poles on each side. Fucking, that's without a question. That's your Fibonacci. That's why you see the that in the magnet. It's got two poles on each side. That's for sure. That's one thing that ferrocell shows real clear. And but it doesn't stop in the middle. It just polarity flips.
It works on a lot more levels than that. Too.
In the bar magnet itself, the polarity flips in the in the metal in the
Mm-hmm.
ferromagnet. There is a shift, a phase shift in the actual magnet itself that you can see in the ferrocell, but that the actual field never disappears around it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that the entire time. So it's just exactly that thing where he just doesn't understand what he's even looking at. 'Cause, I mean, how can they fool you with a dot slot thing? Why is it a dot or why is it a slot? It's like it's both. It's always going to be both. It's an electromagnetic field. It's inseparable. You're going to have a wave and a particle always. It's a known thing in physics. You're inseparable. You have electricity, you have magnetism. You have magnetism, you have electricity. They're hand in hand. It's that simple. And like what the electric universe, yeah, okay, they may have been saying that the sun's electric, and it is, but it's that magnet that is the sun. The electric is the flow. It's the structure of the magnet that makes the opposing fields that hold the planets in place. It isn't the electric. The electromagnetic is energy. It's inseparable, but each of them have a function. The electric, the flow, makes the heat induction, the induction heating for the matter that becomes the plasma. There has to be matter to become plasma. You don't just get that out of electromagnetism.
Mm-hmm.
You actually have to have matter to have it to turn into plasma. It's just a simple fact of life. And I have fucking just today made a dumb statement, and I'm like, dude, obviously you don't know how fucking things work, and you're just talking over there. But I'm trying to explain that fallacy in his thought right there. It's what I'm saying. It's an induction furnace. To be exact, that's what the fucking sun is. It's an induction furnace. There's a whole lot of matter in it, and it's really hot. And it's electromagnetic, like that fucking tractor beam magnet. That's exactly what it's structured like, with souls, living souls.
Very big soul.
It's first creation of the creator. There's a fucking ain't no mysterious explosions going on there. That's actually a function in creation that makes perfect sense. If you're an electromagnetic universe and you've got souls fucking driving everything, those are our archangels. Our angel is where we plant our feet, and we're bound by our magnetics to her by our feet. We're extensions of Earth. First creations are the suns and the planets. We've been told that. They're not to be worshipped, but they're to be respected as to what they are. I am live. Was your name Aaron? We're live a lot, actually. I just didn't go live today. I was fucking sleeping. Sunday. It's been a crazy week. I have no idea what's about the 12th. I've been busy. I've been just busy trying to get people healed and unified about this damn weapon they put on us. I don't do too many predictions of dates. Only if I can prove it in a court of law. Oh, well, you better hold on to your butt. The people that are saying it are using the wrong terminology, though, because as far as I can tell, gravity's a lie, an excuse for fucking Newtonian physics that don't work. It's electrostatic attraction. The only way gravity's going to reverse is if we reverse polarity and change suns like we did, or we're fixing to. But that a lot more than just gravity's going to reverse on that day, so to speak. You can fall off the Earth at the speed of gravity real fast in an event like that. I've read where that happened once, and then there's this Cretaceous boundary that says, looks like we switched poles, not poles, but polarity once. Poles stay steady. It's the polarity that switches in the reverse of the spin, and the thing that dictates that would be the sun that holds us in that Lagrange point. I'm sure she does. I begged her to keep that a secret. I like surprises. I've had way too many things that I saw come true, and I realize that she's good to her word, because only if I need to know do I get shown. I'm left questioning a lot of things I don't really like questioning, so I stopped doing that. I just kind of get little hints, and I'm like, okay, let's go do this. Then. Don't know why. You want to know? Well, I would suggest starting to embrace who you are, use your magnet, and practice at it real good, and sit and talk to the lady. We don't need leaders, and you don't need me to talk to our planet and our Father and Creator.
We're not translators.
Yeah, I can't translate for you, and I don't want to know. How's that? You're her baby too. She loves you, but you gotta know the mama, don't you? And know you, know the father. That's the best I got for you. Cause I'll tell you what, they'll tell you what you want to know. I don't want to know. I asked very specifically, if I don't need to know, don't tell me, please. I ask that of everybody. I don't like hearing these stories that were written a long time ago about someone funny doing something fucked up and fucking helping people. I don't want to hear it. It's pretty cool story. Keep it yourself, kind of thing. It's just every time I hear one, it's like I don't want to know how it ends. It's honestly, I hear some shit like I don't want to know how it ends. And we'll see when we get there, or I will. You guys can know. I'll be the last one to find out again. I like that. I like surprises. They're exciting. I know what's coming. I've actually seen a couple of these things with my own eyes. I can imagine what the big day's gonna look like. We just gonna be fucking shitting ourselves. I will. I don't. I am not a big fan of heights. I know, in particular, the big one that was we were really close to it, too close. Fucking, I didn't like that. I felt like I was standing on a ceiling. I'm gonna fall off the planet, dude. I just had vertigo, vertigo. I had to grab the side of the truck, Richard's truck, that big dump truck thing he had sitting there. We always putting the oxygen in. I was up in that thing when that skies parted and that thing came at us. I was like, oh my god! So all I could do is just stand there and look. Richard just stood there and looked too. We didn't say anything. Look at each other. Make sure I was like, oh God, Richard has a heart attack. What if I have a heart attack? Seriously, that's one of my thoughts when that happened. Apparently, he had seen it before. He was sitting there wondering if I was going to have a heart attack. He said, so, yeah, I didn't handle it well, did
One
I?
saw it before, one knew of it going on, but hasn't
Well,
seen it
I had
yet.
seen it coming around the sun.
Uh-huh.
When it looked like as big as the sun, standing there with Christian. You heard that conversation too
Uh-huh.
between he and I for a few days. You know, because
You saw it just
that was
fucking
number
kind of
one
drop on your
topic.
face.
It's like, dude, yeah, that wasn't a sun that we saw, and it was like maybe, I guess, like 3 foot distance from our sun, and it looked as big as the sun. I said, you know, that has to be on the other side of our sun, because if it was on this side, you wouldn't see it, and you can see it full body. So that means I don't know how far out that is, but I'll be goddamn if that's not as big as our sun. That's naked eye standing there in Walmart. And you heard that whole thing over and over with me and him. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I knew we had a behemoth,
Then it was right in your face.
and then it was right there. It was a little too much, a little too close. I'd never
And you said it
imagined.
was cultivated.
Yeah, and then it just backed off. There was no plasma push or anything. It just backed off.
I'm not
Faded,
supposed to be here.
faded behind the fucking. And that was the day I just stood there, and I had to come home. I told you about it. I was like, oh, dude, oh my God, red flag.
I'm not supposed to be here.
All I could do was get home to you because I thought we was going to die 15 ways before that thing started even disappearing again. I was like, yeah, I had other problems with it. I couldn't believe what I just seen. I knew there was going to be a Grand Canyon dugout with the plasmatic fucking push. A planet getting that close. Nope. It was smooth, and it lasted like, it seemed like an hour. I mean, it was probably like 30.
Seen something that big, yeah.
It was like 30 seconds. No more than 40, 50
Just
seconds.
fucking abrupt, fucking.
It was
Something
definitely.
that big in your sky, that fucking close. Yeah, it's gonna seem like it lasts forever because what the fuck?
It only lasted less than a minute. I know that. It only lasted less than a minute because
The
it just happened
grandeur
and then
just
it was
kind of
gone.
overloads your brain, but you're still processing it at that same time.
So anybody looking up for 30 seconds seen it. I know other people seen it because I had talked to two other people in La Junta that saw that same thing Richard and I was looking at. I know other people saw it, and it wasn't maybe a couple months later. Fucking Nico's driving in with his family into Pueblo, and they saw the fucking western sky open up in that big white one with the big crater in the middle. Like he said, 10 times bigger than the moon. He said. I was like, damn, dude. Nah, I didn't see that one. But that was when his niece was freaking out. He was like, thank you for telling me about that because I used your exact words, and she started calming down. She said that if you hadn't told me, I might have pissed myself.
I haven't seen too many anomalies, but
That was
I
during
did see the double
carrying.
sunrise.
Yeah. Well, you don't get out as
Uh-huh.
much as Daddy does. He's sitting around all the time playing your damn
I did
computer
see that
since you've
double
been 12.
sunrise though in North Carolina.
Yeah, you did.
Gosh.
You caught that one.
Dad, there's
I was
two fucking
I was too busy watching the
suns.
road. You ain't one getting. I didn't get no video. I was in the back of the truck getting my oxygen tank. It was
That one
me and
fucking like a baby.
and Richard's 10 years older than me, and he's up there with me. Was digging out. He's where I exchanged my tanks. I was rolling out the new one. He was stacking away the old one. He had a big, it was a big, like it's a kind of a semi truck, but it's not. It's like a big load truck, big flatbed kind of truck. But we was both up in that, and fucking stand there eye to eye. But it was a clear day, and I saw a shadow in the sky. And I followed the shadow up, and then the fucking sky was parting, and here come that big ass planet, and I was like, oh my god, it's just fucking stood there, and I looked at Richard. He was looking because I was looking to see if he was looking, and I looked again, and fucking I looked, and he was looking at me, and then we both looked at this fucking thing again. It was just kind of like that for about a minute, and then it just kind of went behind the fog again. And I was like, holy shit. I said, Richard, I gotta get home, man. I gotta get home to my kid. I gotta zoop. About 6 months later, I was like, man, we really saw that, right? He's like, yeah, yeah, I've seen it a couple times. I said, fuck, dude. Talking, I said, I thought you was gonna have a heart attack. He goes, I thought you was gonna have a heart attack. I said, I know, I didn't handle that very well. I said, I've been meaning to ask you, did I even pay for that oxygen that day? He goes, I don't even remember. He said it was definitely a fucking event. He goes, usually you pay me beforehand. He said, yeah, because that's I usually do. I just walk right in, give him the money, and we walk out and exchange tanks. So I think I probably did, but I don't remember paying him because sometimes I don't. Sometimes he's already outside. I don't remember exactly what happened that day because that's the only thing I can remember about that entire day. Yeah, probably. Some of them might not have been the moon. The partial eclipses and stuff like that, when you got your moon in the sky, it's probably not the moon. I've seen a couple of those. It's like, what the, is that? What is that? That doesn't look like fucking moon. Yeah, they make excuses. Christ, they got Beetlejuice exploding already, telling us that's the star you're going to see in your sky getting bigger and brighter. Beetlejuice. Don't worry about it. It's billions of miles away. I haven't seen them bring it back on. It's still there, funny enough. I look, but I don't use anything that's been shut down. It's not shut down, or it is shut down, yeah. It's just got the old footage on it the same day. Um, I stopped using all that optical stuff. Fuck it. I already, that was when I was first looking, and that was cool. I found the ones with the UV sensors and shit. But without three cameras, I can't correlate and verify and all that shit that I need to do to prove it to myself that it's an actual thing. It might be an anomaly if it doesn't show up in more than three, or in three at least. And they took the best one offline. I do too. Shit fucking happens a lot slower than I had imagined it would. But it's definitely been a fucking steady progression of an all encompassing events. Everything just keeps getting more and more compounded. Right down to the Cherenkov that you're looking at every day. I mean, your sky looks fucked up like mine, I'm sure. It's like, what the hell? Now, if you're under heavy smoke, you're under heavy smoke, but I'm not. Yeah, they don't follow our sun. Yeah, I've noticed that too. I've noticed that too. Out there at the powwow grounds, they had sunflowers out there, and the only one pointing at the sun was the one that couldn't see Rob because they were by the trailer, so they were pointing at the sun. The ones in the field were all pointing away from our sun. I was pointing that out to a couple of the people that were living there. Like, look at your sunflower. Looking at that sun over there. You can't see well. I would say it's a pretty good indicator. I'm gonna have to agree with you. It's, it's a good indicator. There's something going on over there. It's pretty high energy. Exactly. I mean, when you're right, everything's going to line up to kind of like show evidence, of course, that, oh, well, yeah, okay, that's different, isn't it? You know, it makes sense. If A and B, then that would happen. This is the kind of thing you're going to find everywhere if you're right. We got a multiple sun system, and your government knows, and there are definitely indicators. Your moon's doing a cartwheel. Your sunflowers ain't pointing at our sun no more. You're looking at a different one. Just because you can't see it, don't mean they can't. Ultraviolet ones, yeah, they. That's where I get. Hi Heather. That's where I get. Have you seen Raw Mapped on my post section? That's ultraviolet camera array, but they shut it down. They did shut that down. He says you can't use that one anymore. There were some decent tools back in the day, but we went through a period of time where they one by one dismantled all those tools right down to ISWA. And ISWA is still usable today and is very accurate, but yeah, they kind of took a lot of our monitors out. A lot of the telescopes shut down. Yeah, well, they wouldn't have any idea what question to ask, I'd imagine. Left like in the dark and fed shit all the time, grow up a little mushroom. You don't know what's going on above your cap. It's a stinky mess that you're in. And you know, and they keep us fucking confused with all the distractions, all the divisions, and they've been trying to kill us now. And that's a pretty big distraction. But all the time, I'm like, you know, you got to keep focused on the fact that they're trying to kill us because we're on our side. This is going on in the big picture. This is why collectively all these governments have come together to thin out the herd because they know this is coming and they're afraid of what you'll do, and fucking that's the long end of this tail. That's it. And I'd hate to see us fall into their fucking trap and start killing each other. Heather, it's absolutely aggravating. It is. I, uh, I to this day, you know, I mean, I've been talking about that since 2010. I've talked to some people for 3, 4, 6 years, and then they finally see it, you know, for themselves, and they'll actually look a couple of times, and they'll think about it, and they'll realize, and then they'll start watching, and then they'll come and be like, "Man, you're right," and they're so excited that I was right. You know what I mean? It's like I know I was right. What the hell, man? Yeah. It's aggravating. But hang in there. You know, you plant a seed. You ain't gotta plant it too many times. Just let it fester a little bit. Hope they see it. It's like this guy in uh, La Junta. He, his wife seen it. His wife knew. And I talked to her all the time. But my boy, he wasn't noticing. And one day I was by his shop and I caught the moon was right there on the horizon. And I was like, "Hey, come here out in the parking lot and let's talk for a minute." I turned him around, showed him, said, "What's so normal about that, bro?" And he turned his body sideways. He's so busy, he had never actually just taken the time to look. And he looks at me all wide-eyed and surprised. He's like, "Oh my God, what happened to make that? What happened?" And I was like, "Bro, I've been telling you this since day one. Hi." You've been saying it's normal, and later it's going to stand up. I said, "It's because we're on our side, bro." And he started getting ready for his babies, his grandbabies and shit. He's an older man. He knew as soon as he looked at that fucking thing and saw it off, he literally turned himself sideways to make it right. I was like, hey, I knew he's seeing it then. And it about broke his heart. Same fucking look in his eye that he hadn't been getting ready. He had totally ignored it. He thought he knew something. Because he did. He told his wife, every time I look at it, it looks normal. I was like, oh, guess what? I'm gonna make sure he looks at it when I think it looks abnormal, because I'm gonna see if that's normal for him. Nope, it was not normal for him. As soon as I turned around, he looked at it. It wasn't like 3 seconds. He was at a 90 at his waist, trying to make this shit normal. He just turned around, and the look in his face was uh, realization exactly what was going on. That was a rude awakening for my boy. He's a grown man. He handled it. He kept so arrogantly, fucking arrogantly angry. See, it looks normal. I'm like, all right, okay. I told you when to look. You ain't looking. You tell that. It ain't fucking normal for any veteran at that age, my age. We was taught better. Now they're given a GPS thing and they walk around thinking they know something. The GPS goes out, they're fucked. They don't know nothing. The moon's doing a cartwheel. he, he walking in circles. It's some days it's hard to believe. I'm with you on that one, Ian. See, yep, Mama's a good planet, isn't she? Well, everyone is under a spell. It's a spell of ignorance. Um, the programming is insane. It just is. And they've taken the core curriculum, has completely raped the last 15 years of whoever was under that, and taken their critical thought pattern and shredded it. They taught them how to think in the box and only in the box. They can't put two and two together with their fingers and figure out it's four all the time. It might be three. You got to figure it out in the box. If your math doesn't work in the box, you got to write. They just write the thing in a box, and it gives them an answer. They don't even know how the answer gets there. They just write the shit. But it's much like it's like that shit. Ken shows it in the cells, and he's got a lot of cell demonstrations where he's got a lot of magnets. There's a lot of people who got a lot of magnets, and you see that square develop when you have more than what two? It's gonna be three magnets or more. Cause that squaring of the magnet field, because it brings it in from the top and the bottom and just kind of pushes it up against the core and makes that square shape. So it's more than one magnet is why you're seeing there are more than three magnets. I suppose you could count mom as one of them. So it'd only take two extras to make that square. We definitely got that around us. Uh, but when that thing's showing up as deep as it is and shit, there's more than three magnets around us. You can tell with the charging because these things got moons that move in and out and in and out. We just caught one the other day, full magnetosphere, an IMF line coming through, and fucking my trolls all like, "Look, oh, it's funny that it's an IMF line." Like that negates the fact that it's an IMF line. It was an IMF line. By definition, that's not Earth. That's a fucking full magnetosphere coming through an IMF line. Yes, that's exactly what I was pointing out. Thanks, Timmy. That just goes to show he's trying to criticize me and backing up what I'm saying, and he doesn't even know enough about it to fucking criticize me. It's like, holy shit, this guy is so fucking insanely desperate to just hurl insults. That's again, that's the first time I brought that. It ain't worthy to bring up in a video, you know. It's like, but it's funny to laugh at. So I'll tell you, it is a joke. It ain't a joke. It's just sad. It's the fucking guy is fucking nuts, dude. I kind of, I don't know. I kind of feel for him a little bit. He's got a bad life going on there. He's definitely mad. He's angry all the time and hateful to people. I mean, you can't tell me that's got to be fun. That's no fun way to live. I mean, we all got our struggles. I I've been living on the road for 4 years, balancing fucking everything and fucking, you know, all this. But you just, you seen crazy shit. I wrecked my house into the fucking mountain one day, and I'm sitting there still laughing about it. And you can't go around life being miserable. You know what I mean? I can think a lot of bad things. That you're allowed to be upset, but you just gotta, you know, life goes on. You can't be sitting around miserable and hating people and blaming people for your bad fucking decisions. It causes what turmoil is, horrible things. Just, and he's suffering. I don't know why. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. His craziness is what attracts them though. Absolutely, he's paid. Absolutely. Patrick got him over there talking. I didn't even understand what he was saying, but yeah, he was complaining about his paycheck from YouTube. And then he said, I got paid, and then all of a sudden Lee started fucking pounding on me again. I was like, oh damn, no wonder Lee didn't talk to me for 2 weeks. He wasn't getting paid. He was complaining about it, and then he got paid, and I swear to God, the next day he started pounding on me. And Patrick was explaining that shit to me, and I was like, well, that's why I said I love you guys, because you're so fucking smart over here. You know, you help me figure out all these things I'm not even looking at. And then all of a sudden, he's the small scroll. And I was like, oh shit. I fed it into the AI, and then he came back and corrected me, but it was, I was on the wrong scroll. He's still a scroll though, fed Jesus and all that shit. So I fed it into the AI again, and it told me to run. It was, call 911. I did a couple shorts on it because I didn't want to make a full video on just him being a dumbass or fucking psychotic fucking religious zealot thinking he's some kind of fucking scroll of Jesus in Revelations or wherever it's at. I'll give a fuck. See, I know I got that wrong again. It might be the one in Ezekiel. Ezekiel, he fed Ezekiel on his wheel. Yeah, well, yeah, there is that. See, he's completely ignorant of what he's talking about, and that's so evident. He doesn't even have understanding to have a decent conversation about what he's ranting about. And his ranting makes him look insane. The thing that ensures me, I mean, I know he's being paid, is that video, no, the moon isn't doing a 180-degree roll every night, where he takes that cable and those pictures of the moon and hangs them up and lays down on his fucking back and said, "This is how the moon looks." Instead of taking a picture of the moon on the horizon and then taking another picture of the moon on the opposite horizon. Proves me wrong that way. Because he can't. You know he can't. He knows he can't. I've seen pictures of Lee. I've gotten in an argument with Lee before he did that video. He literally had a video at one point with 3 pictures of the moon. And it was over a 4-hour period. And it rolled about 40, 45 degrees. And he was all like, "See, it might do fucking a few degrees, but it's not doing 180. And I was like, "Dude, your timestamps itself says it's only 4 hours to roll. So you got 8 more hours. That's already 45 degrees. Keep taking pictures, Lee." And he stopped. He won't take no more pictures. He started downloading that shit and hanging it on a wire. Talk about you got to stand on your head to look at the moon proper. That's an open, bold-faced fucking lie, and a purposeful lie. He knows it's a lie. It's a hideous, sinful lie. It's covering up the biggest fucking thing that is going on the planet. But the fucking thing is, he sends people over here by doing that. Because sensible people will look at that and find us. Because he leaves links all the time. He's always tagging my name fucking several times a day. Anybody looking would find it. And they'd be like, "Oh." Because that's how they find us. There's 3 or 4 people a fucking day sometimes when he gets on a good rant. Over here talking. You know, I've noticed the moon's doing new tricks. Because people look. It brings attention to it, whether he likes it or not. Now, but he's definitely acting a fool out there. You got to be taking money for that. He knows the moon's doing a cartwheel. But how much money are they paying? Is it worth that, selling out souls? These are people he's doing harm to. Purposely. See, there's that too. And every time he hangs that video, you know good and damn well he knows what he's doing. He knows he's lying to those people. He's had that thing looked at 1,000 times. He's got like 45 thumbs ups on it. It tells me not a lot of people like it. But there's 45 people over there that are fucking being misled by his dumb shit. And how many people did like it or didn't like it and fell for it? I don't know. Do I necessarily care? Yeah, actually, I kind of do. I find it sad. 75% best case scenario. He truly is my biggest fan. That's why it's so funny when he says, "Ah, la, la, la." Like he doesn't know that I've said this 1,000 times. Or he hasn't been with us when we roll up on all these different nations and talk to their leaders. He hasn't been in the pocket with me like you guys have. He just conveniently isn't there then, but he knows every word I say. Yeah, he's a liar. He makes up shit, and he's definitely paid to do it. Yeah, and but still, even you think he could do his homework a little better. Keep saying he's got plenty of ammunition over there. I leave my life as a fucking story right here. I've done embarrassing things They're just totally out there for public to fucking view. Did you see when I was trying to have a girlfriend, all the how silly I acted? How crazy she got? Oh my god. But when he attacks the information, that's when I give a fuck. That's all. It gets redundant, and the funny thing is, I I'll get aggravated, and I'll be like, God dang it! I'll punch his stupid words into Google, and then we'll find a different way to say the moon's doing a cartwheel because of it or whatever the topic is. And for the thousandth video, I'll fucking put up an explanation of X, Y, and Z, and somebody that's been around for a long time is going to be like, oh, I get it now. So, so what the fuck am I going to complain about Lee? He attacks the fucking shit and give me a different angle to fucking maybe somebody, it'll help somebody. I don't know. It's happened every goddamn time he opens his mouth. Somebody's like, oh, I get it now. Ding, ding. It's like, okay, well, maybe I should have been saying that. So I start, I say it 1,000 different ways, and I get 1,000 different responses, and 1,000 different people understanding it that way. So it kind of helps. My trolls kind of help me educate everybody. It's something you just kind of grow thick skin to and realize he's paid to do that, and he's an idiot. So it's not tough. It's just kind of aggravating. Some mornings, you wake up and you're trying to help everybody and everything, and then you wake up and you fucking feel like a grifter because motherfuckers over there talking like you're fucking trying to steal from people and shit and making money off of donations and shit. Make it sound like I'm rich off people's money. And I'm all like, dude, you fucking asshole. I've put everything I ever own into this shit and keep doing it every day. I ain't asking nobody maybe for $1. I appreciate every donation, but goddamn, they got to make me Satan's delusional fucking grifting asshole over here because I'm trying to make a difference in the world that we live in. And I think we're doing a good job. I really think we've accomplished an awful lot together in this. I do. Fuck. We got people building greenhouses. We've had people rejecting the fucking mRNA since the first time we came through that we're just now finding out about. And then we're getting people healed from this shit and starting to get treated properly medically. We got a man, a wisdom holder has been fighting this system in the IHS that we just found out this last fucking month was figured by Fauci himself to fucking shut the fuck up and don't treat these people right. I'm like, what the fuck? I had the opportunity to stand in the office of the regional director of fucking IHS and school him on what he needs to do and had his head bobbling and saying we can do that and got Bryce right into the hospital. Things can change. I've seen big change. Right there. I'm excited to go talk to these next few tribes that we're going to go see. It's just going to compound everything for a better result. I would hope that people would have the realization that this isn't our neighbor's fault. This is something that they keep doing to us because we're blaming our neighbor for so long. It's all the time we're blaming the neighbor. We're burning our neighborhoods. How about we hold them to account for once? We can at least come together on that. Everybody's been infected with this shit. It's fucking hideous at what they did. They mandated a lot of it, even to go to school. What are you gonna do? You be mad at your kid because they had to fucking have you fucking shot? No, man. Let's fucking heal these kids. Let's get together on that. Because the more we fight, the more they're gonna fucking get away with. We need to hold them to account. All of us, all of us. It ain't just us here on this channel. I'm just saying, in general, humanity needs to fucking set back a minute. I hope we get this loud enough that humanity starts listening. Echo that shit. We're all sick. They did this to all of us. 180 nations leaders led us into this situation, and the only reason they did it is because our fucking moon's doing a cartwheel. And they know why. It doesn't have anything to do with the money they're blaming it on. Maybe Fauci took money. I really think he was a patsy. I think he was fucking led down the fucking primrose path. Truly. He took the fucking shit himself. Motherfucker should be hung nice and high in my head. I think a better fitting, fitting, much more fitting. If we could find a way to guarantee that they would be able to. Have you seen the way he has been hounded and fucking followed into his house by people? Not followed into his house, but they're across the street. You can see how uncomfortable he's feeling. I would like to see him live the rest of his life like that. I would like to see that more so than him hanging, to be honest with you. I would like to see that look in his eye every day. That'd be 6 o'clock news. And Fauci looks terribly depressed today. Well, he's trying to get some milk. And people peed on his. He peed on him as he walked the gauntlet down New York or wherever he's at. It'd be great. Fucking footage. Just why not, man? Don't kill the fucking people. Make them live their life miserably. That would be great. It's completely fitting. Make sure they can't hurt nobody anymore. You gotta lock them away, lock them away. I think some of them should be allowed to interact with the rest of humanity and be absolutely fucking shunned their whole rest of their miserable fucking existence. I think that's the best fitting in for some of these folks. But that's just me. That's how I feel about it. Homie was taunting him too. Well, hey, Dr. Fauci. What the fuck, yo? Boy. Yeah, he wanted to get in his house. His keys was all jingly. I think he should be given a cardboard box to live in behind a dumpster. Fucking take his house. He shouldn't have no fuck keys to no house to hide in. No. That isn't the kind of shit I'm talking about. That motherfucker needs to be fucking shunned. His house needs to be taken from him. His big screen TV needs to be. That pardon doesn't stop him from being sued. Sue the fuck out of that son of a bitch. Give him a cardboard box. Make fun of him the rest of his life. Spit on him. Fuck. Just don't hurt him. Don't ruin your life over these fucking old fucks. Hold them to account and hold them up for fucking example. That way the next generation don't fuck around. We need to hold people to account. We don't need a leader, man. The Creator and the Mama's in our hearts. No harm. Let these motherfuckers live. Shun them. Ain't no rule about not shunning a motherfucker and hold them to account. That's an all go. Making sure nobody can do any further harm to people, that's a needed thing. Hold them to account. We need to stop doing that to our neighbors and blaming them. We've been doing that too long. That's the only way they're going to win this, if we break down to that level again. And we are really crucially close to that. I'm sure you see it. Yeah. King of Relief. I like this guy's shop. He's right on the 90 with a flashing neon sign. We got Mary Hoochie. 69 degrees. 11:42. It's almost midnight. I gotta go. I got a busy day tomorrow. Hurry up and wait. Hope to get some glass blown tomorrow. See how that goes. I hope it goes well. I'm investing 50 of my glass dollars up in that shit. Yeah. I gotta buy a new tank of oxygen anyway. Usually I pay 30 to 35. So I figure I'll pay an extra 15. I can break the spread on that and the pipe. First pipe I make. I want to be out of here Wednesday morning though. We need to get to these last two tribes down here. Talk to these lawyers. And then get on to see Miss Rhonda. Go down there and see the Ottawa people right before their powwow. They got a big powwow coming up on the 3rd. We should be down there right at about 2 weeks before they have it. I'd like to get out of there before they have it too. I need to talk to a couple people down there. That's why we're going there. Anyway, y'all have a good night. I'm going to head out and kill speed. Talk to you in the morning, in the afternoon, some point when I start going out and getting my oxygen and stuff. So you'll see what it's going to do. It's saying we're thunderstorms tonight and tomorrow. So far, so good. Crickets are chirping. Love y'all. Remain calm. Night, Lily. Night, Heather. Night, Ian. Everybody.